Amid the metallic sound of machines and the cold light of Tesla's factories, something new is taking shape. It's not just a car, it's the harbinger of a profound change, the kind of quiet revolution that only becomes apparent when it's too late to turn back. The world of electric mobility is about to witness the birth of a new milestone, the Tesla Model 2, or perhaps the Model Q, a simple name for a grand promise. For decades, we believed that the future of electric vehicles would depend on better batteries or the expansion of charging networks. But the real revolution, as always, came from where we least expected it, from the car's mechanical heart, the engine. Tesla didn't just reinvent the electric car. It questioned the very concept of motion. The secret lies in an almost poetic architecture, the axial motor, a machine that spins silently, yet carries within itself the power to turn an entire page in the history of engineering. While radial flux motors dominated the 20th century, the axial motor is coming to dominate the 21st, with instant torque, unprecedented efficiency, and a structure so compact it seems to defy physics. Imagine a car that's lighter, more agile, and more efficient than any other in its class, yet still cheaper, less than $10,000. An unthinkable price for a full-size electric vehicle, and even more incredible when you consider the technology behind it. The Model 2 isn't just affordable, it's disruptive. The arrangement of the axial motor's components in parallel discs allows for direct power generation, eliminating energy losses and increasing performance. Lightness translates into speed, and efficiency into range. Tesla achieved the seemingly impossible, combining power, economy, and simplicity. This compact design opens the door to something even more revolutionary, the possibility of installing motors directly in the wheels. This changes everything. The car ceases to be just a vehicle and becomes a precision machine, individually controlled at each axle, at each curve, at every millimeter of movement. Meanwhile, under the body, a second revolution is taking place. The new structural pancake battery, composed of 4,680 cells arranged horizontally, is not just a power source. It's an integral part of the car's body. It provides rigidity, stability, and safety, making the chassis itself a living extension of the battery. This integration eliminates the dead weight of traditional structures and distributes energy intelligently. The result is a center of gravity so low that Model 2 feels glued to the ground, as if defying gravity with every turn. Everything was designed to maximize control and a feeling of weightlessness. But Tesla went further. The 2.0 liquid cooling system keeps both the motor and battery at optimal temperatures, even under extreme stress. The company has found the balance between power and durability, the kind of engineering that transforms performance into reliability. With this system, maintenance needs drop dramatically. The car becomes more resilient, more predictable, and more stable. It's as if each component communicates with the other, creating an invisible harmony between energy, heat, and movement. A technological symphony driven by precision. What was once the preserve of elite sports cars now fits into a city vehicle. Individual torque at each wheel ensures stability in corners and perfect traction on any terrain. Safety is no longer a consideration. It becomes an instinct within the car itself. No interior, no space. There's something almost philosophical about this approach. Tesla isn't just building machines. It's redefining the relationship between form and function. It's creating a car that thinks with the body, breathes energy, and responds to human touch with organic fluidity. Competitors watch in amazement. No other manufacturer has managed to produce axial motors at scale. The risk is high, but the reward could be historic. Tesla is going all in and, as always, seems to be one step ahead of the rest of the world. The impact of this decision goes far beyond roads. It's an industrial, economic, and even cultural movement. Democratizing access to electric mobility is rewriting the very notion of progress. It's transforming the impossible into the accessible. The Model 2's announcement lit a spark that quickly spread throughout the automotive industry. Traditional automakers, accustomed to the security of their centuries-old processes, now face a silent but devastating threat. They watch with unease as Tesla transforms the electric car from an expensive dream into an everyday object. While competitors still argue over spreadsheets and deadlines, Elon Musk continues with the haste of someone who feels the future rushing by. The Model 2 is more than a project. It's a declaration of war. And the battlefield is the very notion of technological accessibility. What was once a luxury will now become standard. In Tesla's labs, engineers whisper about the new axial motor. The compact design, the precision of the magnetic fields, and the purity of the torque generated are almost hypnotic. It's as if they're witnessing the birth of a new kind of heart, an electric heart that pulses with mathematics and vision. The tests show something impressive. The axial motor maintains its efficiency even under high loads, something radial motors have never achieved. This means the Model 2 can deliver sporty performance, even as a city car, without compromising range or safety. A feat that redefines what we expect from a compact car. Inside Tesla, the mood is one of controlled euphoria. They know they're about to usher in a new industrial standard. The production lines have been redesigned from scratch, inspired by modular processes similar to those of the chip industry. Each part is designed to fit together with millimeter precision. It's manufacturing as art. Component reduction is another advantage. Fewer parts mean fewer failures, lower costs, and increased speed. The Model 2 can be assembled in a fraction of the time of a traditional vehicle, making its mass production not only possible, but inevitable. And the economic impact of this is colossal. An electric car under $10,000 destroys the main barrier to entry for millions of consumers around the world. Suddenly, the dream of driving a Tesla is no longer a privilege. It becomes a mass reality. This fusion gives rise to something unprecedented. Lighter, more powerful cars that require less energy to move. Efficiency isn't just in the engine, but in every curve, every screw, every millimeter of aluminum. Engineering becomes functional poetry. The new architecture also enables something that once seemed like science fiction, full torque vectoring. Each wheel receives independent input, adjusting force and rotation in real time. The car literally anticipates the movement before the driver even realizes the curve. It's mechanical instinct in its purest form. Safety tests are also impressive. The battery's integrated structure acts as a protective shell, absorbing impacts with surprising efficiency. Even in severe collisions, Model 2 maintained the integrity of its internal compartment, proving that lightness doesn't have to mean fragility. Some say this is the beginning of the smart vehicle, a vehicle that is inherently intelligent, where each component communicates with the others. The engine knows how much power it can deliver, the battery understands how much it can give, and the cooling system adjusts thermal balance with laboratory precision. In the words of one of the engineers involved, the car doesn't just respond, it anticipates. And perhaps that's the most frightening and fascinating thing at the same time, the feeling that the machine has finally learned to think with its body. Meanwhile, the world watches. Tesla shares soar, investors rush to secure a stake in what many call the dawn of the post-industrial era, a time when innovation isn't measured solely by profits, but by impact. And this impact is already being felt. Entire cities are preparing to receive adequate infrastructure. Governments are reviewing incentive policies, and startups are beginning to emerge around this new technological matrix. The Model 2 is more than a car. It's the catalyst for a new ecosystem. The exterior design, minimalist and futuristic, doesn't seek to show off. It communicates. Every line, every detail was sculpted to reduce drag, optimize airflow, and project a sense of speed even when stationary. It's the kind of design that seems to breathe the future. At its core, the Model 2 is more than an innovation. It's a manifesto, an electric scream amid the din of old industries, a reminder that true progress doesn't ask for permission. It simply happens, and those who don't keep up will be left behind. And so, with each line drawn, each part assembled, and each cell energized, Tesla writes a new page of history. A page that, decades from now, will be remembered as the moment the future began to move, quietly, but with enough force to change everything. While most companies try to improve what already exists, Tesla creates what has not yet been imagined. And that changes everything. The axial motor is more than a piece of engineering. It's a metaphor for how the future moves, direct, clean, and inevitable. The reduced cost is simply the result of broader thinking. By streamlining production, integrating components, and eliminating redundancies, Tesla achieved something rare, making the extraordinary commonplace. What was once expensive is now possible. Every detail of the Model 2 was designed to defy expectations. From the ultralight chassis to the integrated sensors that monitor performance in real time, the car feels alive, conscious, and always learning. It's the beginning of the era of thinking vehicles. The modular system facilitates repairs and upgrades, allowing the car to evolve over time. The owner doesn't just buy a vehicle, they acquire a constantly evolving platform, a machine that adapts, improves, and renews itself. Ultimately, what Tesla is offering isn't just transportation, it's transformation. The Model 2 promises to be the turning point where the electric car stops being an alternative and becomes everyone's natural choice. Each technical advancement, axial motor, structural battery, liquid cooling, is part of a larger vision. A vision that combines innovation, accessibility, and purpose. Tesla isn't competing in the market, it's redrawing the map. Engineers call it synergistic architecture. Investors call it disruption. But to outsiders it seems almost magical, as if the company had discovered the hidden code of modern mobility. Initial testing indicates unprecedented energy efficiency, extended range, and superior performance in extreme conditions. Model 2 isn't a distant prototype, it's a real product, on the verge of mass production. And that's what's most intriguing, the speed with which the future arrives. Tesla doesn't just predict trends, it creates them. And by the time the market wakes up, it's already too late to catch up. The Model 2 could be the point of no return for the auto industry. By uniting engine, battery, and structure into a single mechanical soul, Tesla created something more than a car. It created an electrical organism, a being of aluminum and ions, built to last and learn over time, a symbol of efficiency and boldness. The simplicity of assembly, cost reduction, and compact design make this model a powerful weapon in the global market. Emerging countries, previously excluded from the electric revolution, can now participate. Soon, the world's streets will see this little giant gliding silently, challenging everything we knew about mobility. The Model 2 is the kind of innovation that doesn't just impress, it transforms. And as the planet's eyes turn to this new chapter, one certainty takes hold. We are witnessing the birth of a new era, an era in which technology, purpose, and accessibility go hand in hand. Tesla bet on ideas that seemed impossible and is now reaping the rewards. The axial motor and the structural battery aren't just solutions, they're declarations of independence against the confines of tradition. History will show this moment as the point at which vehicles ceased to be machines and became extensions of human intelligence. The Model 2 is the bridge between now and what comes next. And so, amidst white lights, metallic lines, and electric silence, the future begins to take shape. Not in the hands of many, but in the hands of a company that dared to see the impossible as inevitable. Get ready. What's next isn't just Tesla's next step, it's humanity's next step. The Model 2 represents more than a car. It symbolizes a transition, from a world driven by fuel to one driven by ideas. A new generation of vehicles is emerging, and with it, a new way of thinking about the future. If you believe in the power of innovation, the courage to break molds, and the beauty of seeing the impossible become reality, now is the time. Subscribe to the channel and join me as we explore what's about to change the world, because the future has already begun.